Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, major developments in Ukraine and Japan. You can say, what the hell? Well, I think Japan declared war to Russia, by my definition. And I will read you the title, and then I will explain why Japan declared war on Russia right now. This is the first topic. Japan declared war on Russia. The second topic, the Russians liberated Kursk. They destroyed the final Ukrainian holdout in Kursk, a monastery. So the Ukrainians were hiding in a monastery. I'm going to show you a map, or actually two maps as well. Russia launches a major drone attack on Ukraine, and we're going to find out what the outcome of that was, including a massive attack on Odesa, where the Russians launched their drones from and what they attacked, the targets. Then we find out, according to Ukrainians, that the Ukrainian troops shatter massive Russian armored attack. Epic video. No video. No video. It's just blah, 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 blah. They posted a video, but hey, due to their technical difficulties, I can't play the video. All right. Russia pulls forces from Pokrovsk, according to a military expert. And Russia shifts focus. So Pokrovsk is in the south, and almost the west is cornered, surrounded. But they shift focus towards what? So that tells me Pokrovsk either already is, in dire straits, the Russians will take control of it nevertheless, or they can't do anything about it. There's no in between. They just go, for a smoke somewhere in the woods. No. Next, Ukraine Air Force destroys a Russian drone launch base in Kursk, killing about 20 people, operators. So when these guys are operating the drones, these guys shot them. What? With the Japanese intelligence? Because that's the first topic. All right, let's see how Japan declared war on Russia. New Voice of Ukraine. This is from April 22nd, 2025. Japan agrees to provide satellite intelligence to Ukraine, media says. Japan has agreed to provide Ukraine's military intelligence with geospatial satellite data, and that is, will supply Ukraine with military intelligence with geospatial satellite data, including radar imagery. So, this is the first ever step of this level of cooperation from Japan. Joining the war, welcome to the party. The data will be provided by the Japanese Institute IQPS. So that is this. The enemy receives from my enemy that I'm fighting, receives from a neighbor, someone, Japan, the coordinates where my children are located for my enemy to strike them. Do you think that neighbor is my enemy? Do you think it just declared war on me? You got them right. Therefore, that's exactly what Japan does. Remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The friend of my enemy is my enemy. In this case, Japan is the friend of my enemy if I'm Russia, and there's Ukraine. So there's Japan is my enemy if Japan is the friend of yours. So take it however you want. Those guys provide my enemy with my children, my family's coordinates to be shot with the American weapons. America is not involved, or with German tanks, or with UK's missiles, Storm Shadow. Are they not involved? They're all involved. What does that tell you? Were the Russians too understanding? Were they too baboonish? For me, the first bullet you sent to this guy over here to shoot at me, I will send you a nuclear weapon as a present. All right, that's the first one. Japan declared war. What is Russia going to do? Definitely the Kuril Islands, the northern territories, will never come back to you. And maybe the Russians will deploy some missiles over there next to you. There is no in Japanese. Hi. Yes, that's what's going to happen. Let's move on. Next one. Sputnik. Russian forces regain control of St. Nicholas Belogorsky monastery in Kursk region. The Ukrainian armed forces used the monastery exclusively for military purposes, placing UAV control points and artillery mounts there. The enemy's resistance was broken. Boom. The Gornal St. Nicholas Monastery was liberated. And this is from the Russians. I'm going to show you the map. But let's get some more credibility because these are the telegraph, the truth tellers. Ukraine's final holdout. That means the last one. In Kursk falls as Russia captures monastery. Beautiful. Russia has recaptured a monastery that was one of the last remaining Ukrainian positions in the Kursk region after a fierce 10-day battle. Got it? All right. So let's see. This is where this is located. In Gornal. Now here is exactly the border, and this is the village of Gornal. How many houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goats, and so on. So this is where the monastery is located, in this area. Okay, and this, where is this? Is by Guevo. Where is Guevo? I will show you. I would like to see the monastery though here. Maybe I see it from Selai, but I'm not gonna keep you looking. Maybe I'm gonna do it without you. How about without? Oh, right here probably. Voila, mon ami. Here it is. This is the monastery. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, I worked in the system. I gotta know, right? In the intelligence. Okay, here it is. So this is the monastery that these guys show you right here in Gornal. Next, where is that located? Holdo. Here it is, right here. This is Gornal. This is right. This is the monastery. This is what I showed you right here. Right. This is the monastery. This is the little village, and that is right here. The village monastery in Kursk. This is the latest pockets of invading armies in Russia. Kicked out, bye-bye, Sudza, and the big scheme of things. Let me show you where that is located. Right here. It's in here. This is Kursk. So this is Ukraine. This is the front line. Next. Ukrainska Pravda. Russia launches 54 UAVs on Ukraine overnight. 38 downed, 16 disappear from radar. 54, that's not a big deal, but hey, you don't like that coming to your house, do you? So 54, where did they launch from? They were launched from Milerovo, Kursk, Bryansk, Primorsko-Akhtarsk, and Crimea. So Kursk, Bryansk, Milerovo. I was about to say something else. All right, Kursk, right here. Bryansk, right here. Milerovo is this weird thing here. This is Milerovo in here. Right, and then Primorsko-Akhtarsk is where this red dot is. Primorsko-Akhtarsk, and then from the Crimean Peninsula, usually from this location here, which is Cape Shauda, but they didn't mention where. So this is where they attacked from. Next, let's see. What did they attack? They attacked via Sumy Oblast. They start Sumy Oblast, then Odesa. All right, so let's see. Bucha district, Kiev. So Odesa, they said, and Sumy. Where are you? Right here. Odesa is in the south. Right here, this is Odesa. This is Odesa Oblast. Sumy is right here across from Kursk Oblast. And Kiev, obviously, voila, ici, Radio Vacances. Next. Ukraine formed the same information. Ukrainian forces down 38 Ukrainian drones, Russian drones, 16 more vanish. The same here from here. Air defense shoot down 38, 54 Russian drones, 16 failed to reach targets. Okay, and then Russia launches large-scale drone attack on Odesa, causing fires and injuring people. I'm not going to show you the pictures, but they told us that they attacked, obviously, Odesa, the city of Odesa. The city of Odesa is, let me show you where it's at. Right exactly here. It's a port on the Black Sea. A lot of transport comes with grain. No, military weapons. No. All right, next. Ukrainian troops shatter massive Russian armor attack. Epic video. This is already covered. So let's see. This means nothing. There's nothing over there. And it says, a video of the elimination of a massive attempt by Russian troops to break through the Ukrainian positions in Zaporozhye Oblast was posted for the first time by the main intelligence directorate. They needed to, make the right video. The enemy's attack, which took place just before Easter and involved more than 300 soldiers, 40 armored vehicles, 3 tanks, and 10 boogers, moving in six columns, goddamn, was met with fierce resistance by the Ukrainian forces. No, not fierce, destroyed. Didn't you say that? Destroy here? Shattered. They're shattered. Okay. As soon as the enemy columns moved, the FPV operators of the Ardan Syndicate and the Ardan artillerymen took over. The first 3 infantry fighting vehicles were burned 8 kilometers from the contact line. So they say in Zaporozhye. Let's visit Zaporozhye for a change. Right? Zaporozhye is exactly here. This is Zaporozhye Oblast. I want to show you in the big scheme of things in this area. This is the Oblast, Zaporozhye, and then you got here the Dnipropetrovsk. This is Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, just so you know. This is the Dnipro River. Now this is all dried out because someone destroyed the Novokakovka dam. Who there? We heard that the Russians are the ones. All right, so they destroyed the first 3 infantry fighting vehicles, burned 8 kilometers. Now this is supposedly the video. Click, boom. Click, boom. You want to see what Facebook, I mean, that's how you're going to see it. Nothing. All right. So they say the Ukrainian defenders were able to destroy and disable 15 vehicles and eliminate about 100 Russian invaders. This successful defense thwarted the enemy's offensive plans. Good for you. And I can report like they can report whatever I want. Can you verify it? I'm going to show you a few videos if you want, and I put them together with my the Russians. Is it true? I don't know. I just report. Let's see what the Russians are doing in Pokrovsk, according to the Ukrainians, with the military expert. New Voice of Ukraine. Russia pulls forces from Pokrovsk to shift focus, military expert. Okay, where's Pokrovsk? Let me show you. So, Pokrovsk is north of Zaporozhye, northeast. All right, here is Penopika, Pakaraka, right here. This is Pokrovsk. I'm going to show you differently. This is Pokrovsk. So the Russians are already in the area. This is right here is Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, and down here is Zaporozhye. So it's really at the tip of between Donetsk and Zaporozhye, right here, Mariupol and so on. So this is where they are located. All these things are just covering the Pokrovsk. So somehow the Russians are retreating from here instead of just going around because they're weak, right? All right, let's see. Russian forces have suffered significant losses on the Pokrovsk axis and are being forced to retreat, but it means they just shift the focus of their offensive, military expert Pakarapa Sakaraka. This is the expert? Is he? Yeah. Yeah. That's the okay. This is the temporary retreat by the Russian forces. All right. How do you know it's temporary? Oh, how do you know? That means that you know they're coming back. It indicates that they lack sufficient manpower and resources. Really? Really? Let me show you a little thing. So you're fighting. Right? And I'm right here and I'm pushing you with this hand, let's say. And then all of a sudden you push back. What do? I pull. That's judo. Right? Or let's say I want to punch you in the face with this. But actually, my point is to punch you with this one, but I'm going to go with this one. No, let's change it. I want to punch you with this one, but I want to get your guard down. So what do? I go with the Uraken. You're probably going to block with your retard left hand. So when you do that, back, free. So I'm retreating, but I'm coming with this one on top of that. Or you can do a lot of things. A kick that goes like this and then comes back. Mawashi, ura mawashi. Simple, nice and easy. Or maigeri or roshi kakato. I can tell you a lot of these things. But anyway, since this guy thinks that's fine. We'll take and redeploy in other areas. Where? Let me read. No, doesn't say where. Man, it's okay, but here's the information that these guys will attack again. Let's see what's going on in Kursk, where the Ukrainians claim they attacked a drone operating house, killing 20 operators. Ukrainska Pravda. Ukraine's air forces strike Russian drone launch base in Kursk Oblast, killing up to 20 drone operators. With the help of whom? These guys? Or they were not yet involved? The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine has reported a successful strike by Ukrainian aircraft at a launch site for Russian drones in Russia's Kursk Oblast. It is noted that on 19th of April, the Ukrainians successfully struck a place near the village of Tyotkino, Kursk Oblast, from which the Russians launched attack drones. We're going to see where that is located, okay? The facility was used by the Russians to train, equip, and launch reconnaissance, strike, and FPV drones, the Ukrainian military said. The General Staff reported that the strikes killed up to 20 UAV operators. All of them were UAV operators. So, well, let's see where this Kursk Oblast is located. Correct? Correct. Let's go to this geolocation and find out. And here it is. According to these guys, this is by the border, Ukraine and Russia. We're going to find out where that is located. All right, let's see where this is. Trying to figure things. Veseloe Paraka is this little weird thing. We're going to go and check it, the big map. And here it is. We found it. And Pakaraka Tsakamaka. All right, here is, I'm going to show you Sumy. The city of Sumy is right here. So where this goes like 90 degrees on this map, right here, it's exactly here. Goes 90 degrees. This is the village where this guy said they destroyed that particular drone base. In this little thing, I'm going to show you on Kursk. This is Kursk Oblast, okay? Kursk across Sumy in there. All right, and this concludes my update. Remember, Japan is at war with Russia. That's the main thing here. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.